Natasha here is just explaining to us the difference. Now, Natasha being the youngest, I thought actually it was deliberate that we chose Natasha to come on the show to tell us what she's learned. She's been here for 4 years. Now, being the youngest, did she concentrate in class? Because most of it, in fact, this question comes to you. You being the youngest, how has been the experience in class? Are you bullied? What happens? How have you managed to cope up to this time?
Funny to say that even if I'm the youngest in class, I feel like I am loved. The environment the classmates set for me is that of love, care, and I feel safe. And that actually motivates me to like participate more in academics, just, you know, make them proud and all. And also, Chreso University is a Christian school, so such behaviors are not tolerated. Bullying somebody is not tolerated, and that calls for disciplinary actions in case you're found bullying somebody. The environment itself is just awesome.
Thank you very much. You've heard for yourselves. At Chreso University, it doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're small, you're big, you're all treated the same. Nobody's going to bully you because you're too huge, you're big, you're small, and you're youngest here. So would really advise, if you want to come, please feel free and come. Whether you're small, you're young, but you're ready to come and study with us at Chreso, you're welcome. Sister Natasha, you've talked and mentioned much about Chreso University. They do this, they do that. How has the curriculum for Chreso University prepared you for the real world in public health sector?
Okay, how has it prepared me for the real world? I would appreciate the fact that we do, before you complete, you're supposed to do a lot of attachments. It's mandatory, not that you get to decide whether you want to do or not. And you know, students, you would complain about the fact that they are making you something you don't want to do and all, but the fact that that is helping you in how to face real life problems. Example, I myself have worked on the recent cholera outbreak.
Okay.
I participated in that during attachments. We went to cholera centers, we went to the Heroes Stadium where people were being kept, how people were getting, how they were contracting cholera, how to come up with preventive measures to avoid them from being sick. I've worked on maternal, mother to child health. I've worked on a lot of real life problems so far, and I feel like I am ready to go out there.
Now, I'm interested. Yeah? Those are the issues that you encountered, obviously, from the time you started doing public health.
Yeah.
When you are dealing with such issues, how was the experience? Obviously, you are dealing with elderly people and all that. How were they looking at you? And you being the one who's responsible for that act, how was the experience? How did you manage to do that with such an issue?
So when you're working with people, you need to know understand their culture first before you start working with them, because sometimes you can't just go in the field and start what they want. You're trying to promote their health here, so you can't just go there and start enforcing your beliefs on them. So you have to understand how their culture is, so that you communicate with them in an effective way to make them abide by what you're saying. So you first study them, know their culture, know how their way of life. Then you can use that in incorporating effective communication to them. So sometimes when we go in the field, I had people saying, what was the child? You're small, what are you telling us? But then, you know, you have to be professional, yeah. Okay. So you have to be professional. You hear them, you explain, they hear what you're saying is having sense in that, and obviously if it's making sense, they'll use that.
We've seen some people in the field, most of the times when they're bullied, they stop. They said, okay, I've stopped, I'm going, since you don't want me to be here. How did you manage to stay strong, even when people were still telling you, you're too young, you can't handle us?
Determination. Determination is the key to that. So you have to be determined. What do you want? No profession has got no challenges. So there are always challenges, but the key is how do you handle those challenges? What do you want for yourself? So you stay determined, know what you want, learn how to overcome those challenges. Then the rest just flows. So as long as you're determined, you're good to go.
Thank you very much. It's all about Chreso University. Obviously, you can hear for yourself the content that Natasha is having. It's all about Chreso University. Do you want to be like her? Do you want to have content like her? Do you want to be ready to go and work in the field just like she is ready? Chreso University is the best. We've seen people that have graduated. We've seen people that are in their fourth year from different universities, but there's no content. If you tell her or tell him to go in the field, she knows or he knows nothing. But when you come to Chreso, when you're in your fourth year, you obviously appreciate and you'll be there to testify and also work properly in the field. Maybe before we go for a short break, Natasha, how do you stay alert with the trends on, or something that has to do with public health trends?
So for that, you basically, public health mostly does with research. So for that, you have to stay updated on the current affairs. You read books, you see what's going on online. So you go hand in hand with technology, social media, trends, news, so that you're updated. Because you can't prevent something that you don't know that it's coming. You have to know the patterns, how certain populations contract that, how certain populations avoid contracting that, and that is only comes up
Pali
with
content,
yeah.
Pali content, yeah, the content lipo. Okay, it's obviously in your journey. There's obviously you've encountered some I don't know, some problems, and you've faced a lot of maybe stress. And how did you overcome that?
How I overcame my stress. So for stress, you basically have to understand that in especially education sector, there's a lot of stress. But there are stressful moments and non-stressful moments. For stressful moments, you learn how to balance time. You get to, if you're busy, you have to find time to be free from work. You plan on how you do things. So planning does it.
Okay. So how has your perspective changed since you started doing health, especially public health?
Okay. My perspective on health has changed in that, most people focus on the fact that a person is sick and now you're focusing on their health after they get sick. But since I started doing public health, I realized that prevention is actually the key to health. So my perspective has changed in putting more importance to prevention than to curative part of health. So when you prevent a disease, you get to save resources. Most resources, let me give an example of cholera, the cholera that we had. You would agree with me that it took a lot of money from the government. Mm-hmm. And that also affects the economy of the country at large.
Exactly.
But if we had a way of preventing that outbreak, we would have saved so much money. And currently the economy is bad and we had cholera, so resources are going to cholera and the economy just went to worse, from bad to worse. So my perspective has changed in that I've learned to put more importance to prevention than to curative but of health.
Exactly. We need people like you to be in health sectors, especially Zambia, here in Zambia. We need people like you who are thinking like the way you're thinking right now, so that they can at least change whatever that is happening. That's it. We are talking to Natasha, and the conversation is all about public health and how she's been doing here. And like you've heard for yourselves that she's one now who's found public health so interesting. She wanted to do medicine, but later on she changed to public health and she found it so interesting. What would be your advice to somebody who wants to do public health? Or maybe I don't know, she's failing to choose either to go for public health, environmental health, or clinical medicine. What would be your advice?
Okay. So my advice to such would be stay open-minded. Do not only stick your mind to one perspective. So you would think, so I'm only interested in medicine because it has, medicine is attached to a lot of science in it. So stay open-minded, accept to learn new ideas, research. Find something that is fulfilling your need for studying health programs. So stay curious and let that drive you into being open-minded, and then you can do public health.
Thank you very much. We were just having a conversation with Natasha, a fourth-year student at Chreso University. Now, you're welcome if you want to do public health. We have public health here at Chreso University. Actually, we've got a number of programs. Just right after the break, we will have another one from business administration so that you hear for yourselves. Now, these are the students that you are bringing so that you can know and see and also hear for yourself the content that they have. That here at Chreso University, we don't just play, that we concentrate on academics as well. So see you just right after the break.
So the reliable resources.
Okay, welcome back. Right just before the break, I had a guest by the name of Natasha from Public Health, and we were just talking about how she's been and how she's faced and challenged and everything that we talked about. But this time here, I'm joined in by another man from business administration, and he is going to introduce himself. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. It's a privilege to be here.
Okay, what's your name? Tell us.
My name is Andrew Mwima Jr.
Andrew Mwima Jr.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
what program are you doing?
I'm doing my bachelor's in business administration. I'm in my 4th year.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's Mwima Jr.?
Andrew Mwima Jr., it depends, but in line with the academics, I'm a passionate student, hardworking, and I love to hear other people's perspectives and to come up with creative ideas and innovations.
Okay, that's
Yes.
great. You're doing business administration.
Yes, sir.
What made you choose Chreso University for business studies?
The reason why I chose Chreso University to come and do my business studies is because even the founder of Chreso University, he's a great entrepreneur. So I saw Chreso as a platform for me to have the start of my career as a businessman or a business person.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good. How's been the support from management since you started your career?
The support from the management, I can't complain. It's been okay. As long as you're doing well with your academics, your performance is all right, you're committed to your studies, and when it's time for you to produce results, you're able to do that. And so management has really helped me by motivating me and also providing me with opportunities for me to express myself as a business student.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
You're in your 4th year.
Yes.
Meaning you're in your final year, right?
I'm in my final
And
year.
you're also ready to go and work. You're ready to become a boss.
Yes, I am.
Can you share with us the experience that you've had in the time that you're doing your internship or practicals? Share to us how was the experience when you're out there?
So with business, like the engage you.
Okay.
If possible, if it's all right with you, you can even invite me over for a part 2.
We're
about
definitely going to invite you
Yes.
again. What would be your advice to somebody who wants to come for business administration? That person maybe is passionate about doing business administration, but he doesn't know where to go.
Yes.
Whether Chreso University or other institutions, according to your experience, you here at Chreso University, what would be advice for him to come here?
Okay, so basically my advice would be, if you want to be a successful business person in short, when you come here to Chreso, the difference is that here at Chreso, they give you the networking opportunity. Yes. So secondly, they also give you the opportunity to deal with the practical world. So you go for internships. So you're not just someone who's good at reasoning or thinking, but you can also deal with practical problems and come up with practical solutions for them.
Okay.
Yes.
We were just talking to the the SG for Debate Club, and also a student from business administration. Now, you can hear for yourself that these people have got content. Not only are they good at speaking, or not only are they public speakers, but they also have content such that if you take them in the field, they are going to deliver and present, Chreso University. So please, if you want to come at Chreso University, you are welcome, and believe me, what you're going to find here is something that you cannot even imagine. I've been your host, Webster Hanantonga, and see you next time on the same program, Chreso Connect. Thank you and have a lovely day.
From dusk till dawn, yes, triple favor. Manasseh, 944, hey, my triple favor. My triple favor. Yeah, Teti Munji Kate. Awe, Teti Munji Kate. Yeah. Joya Mirapo, Zikomo Kombiri Bachikondi. No Kukwadirapo, Zikomo Kombiri Ponifera. Munachoka pampando pano kuboni langiza chikondi chanu mwiyawe. Mwari wa mashaka pangaine mwari mpala. Uribe angari konde mwamene muri kondera. Uribe angadari se mwamene mwandari sira. My triple favor. My triple favor. Oh, Teti Munji Kate. Awe, Teti Munji Kate. Yeah. Nikaribe kumvera po mwamene nimverera pachikondi chavaya. Nikaribe kumvera po munshe mwamene nimverera lero. Jehova mwachinja, moyo wanga mweresa mwachinja, moyo wanga.